A lot to get done this week. I have a lot of good fantasy football teams. I don't know about you guys. It's definitely that time of year, though, when you're going through your waivers and you're like, yeah, this 3-5 team, this 4-4 team, I don't know how much I really want to be grinding the waivers on there. And you can't give up, right? Never say never. For most leagues, the playoffs actually are a decent amount of time away. Like if you're in a standard 12-team league, you got until week 14, brother. You can always mount a comeback. If you go undefeated, you can always run the table to some degree, but it's definitely not as bad of a waiver week as it was last week in terms of what you have to replace. Looks like some of my teams actually even have a starting lineup already submitted and set, which is very nice. It's very nice to, go into your team and realize that you've got some stuff there. But let's start right here, co-managed team with Michael Leone. I know that this team, this is tough. So I'm gonna drop Carson Wentz because what's the point? Probably gonna drop Tyrod Taylor too. Mariota. Wow. So we might not have a quarterback. This Superflex high stakes dynasty team with Leone might just not have a quarterback this week. Max Bros. Yeah. Wow. We don't have a quarterback this week. Oh, that is something. I tell you what, to realize that you do not have a quarterback, we're wasting a Jonathan Taylor team. That's very painful. We're wasting all these great receivers. Oh, gosh, that is annoying. Not shout out to Joseph Burrow on the IR. That is tough. And I guess what I'll put Mariota. I'll put Andrews in there. Maybe we get another week of Mariota, but that's pretty frustrating. Green Bay against Carolina. Kicker is good. All right, high stakes team with Leone. Andrew, exact opposite of this team. We have too many good plays on this team. We have the starting lineup's probably good. Let's see. Kareem Hunt might be available on this one. Okay, no. All right, he's got Tank Bigsby in there. GM, Purple Yosh, GM, Garage, GM, Jared, GM, MD in Vegas, GM, Historical Anomalies. All right, Dink, looks like Dink already created a group. Let's see, is Kareem Hunt available in this league? He is not. DeMercado, Tyler Beatty, LaQuint Allen, anything at AJ. I'm going to add AJ Barner to that group for sure. That's probably good. I probably slightly prefer Tank, but the Eagles are on bye. So we'll go, yeah, whatever. That's fine. That team can drive itself. It is 7-1. Destroyer, I don't have to do, but I will set the lineup just in case. Looks like, oh my God. Wow, we are pretty dead on this team. Move him to the wide receiver slot. We'll move Bowers in to a flex slot. I don't think we want to start Matthew Golden. So I guess we are hoping that Calvin. Oh my God, I guess we are starting. That is dark. Jordan Love, Alvin Kamara, J.K. Dobbins, George Pickens, Jennings. Man, this team is dust. They can't all be good teams, I guess. At the end of the day, they can't all be good teams. All right. An actual good team, a team that is 7-1. We are clearly in first in our league. We are 7-1. We are also okay. We're only second in points though. We lost a quarterback. My boy, we got Gino in there. We need to do more contingencies than that though. So we need to put in McCarthy. We need to put in Ward. We need to put in Shuck. And we also should make a contingency bid because it looks like Fields is available in this league. So we need to add Fields as well. Actually, no, we don't because we have Jalen Hurts. Okay, so save that bid group. We have how much waiver money on this? $663. $37 on the Jaguars defense feels very aggressive. Who are the Jacksonville Jaguars playing? I guess they're playing the Raiders. Let's add the Giants in there. Well, actually, do we even want to? And the Raiders defense against Jacksonville, no. We are not doing that. We are totally fine to start. We could do Washington against Seattle, Indy against Pittsburgh. This is fine. 21 bucks on Chimere DK. I don't know if I'm loving that. So we have Hurts, who's on bye, so we need a quarterback. Pacheco's going to be out a couple weeks. Rashad White is on bye. We do have Devin Singletary, Christian Kirk, Trey Harris on the bench. We have to start Kincaid this week. That is a bit of a bummer. 21 bucks on Chimere DK. What do you guys think about that? I don't know about that. We can add McWeapon in. We can add Keaton Missile in this group. I'll tell you, Keaton Mitchell as a $1 guy probably his time is coming, bro. Keaton Mitchell looks he looks awesome. I'm a big fan of Keaton Mitchell, and I think they're gonna up his designed stuff. So DK is our top ad. Bateman. Do we want to do Parker Washington? Probably not. Torrey Horton? Probably not. De'Ami Brown for $1. I certainly would rather have De'Ami Brown than Demario Douglas. Although the Douglas routes have not been that bad. And then check for tight ends. You never know. Some of these tight ends on the FFPC can fall through. It's not really anything there. It's kind of where you're at. We are kind of at that time of the season where it's like, man, you better shit or get off the pot. All right. We got Arcade Fire. I don't have to do the waivers on this team. All we have to do is replace a kicker. Sure. I will save Steph 30 minutes later in the week. I will drop Jake Elliott and I'll add Brandon McManus, Jake Bates. I'm actually going to put Jake Bates first. Love to get a kicker in the dome. We'll add Cairo Santos. We'll add Chad Ryland. We'll add Joshua Carty. Put that for $1. There you go. Shout out to you, Steph. There you go. Saving $1. We had a team finish 17th in the main event. We got up as high as 3rd in the main event. I don't remember exactly where it finished. I don't know if you've ever looked at the payouts for the main event, but it's not if you don't get 1st or 2nd, it's basically like, why did we even play? But yeah, we've had some very high finishes in the main event. I would basically consider this to be the form of fantasy football that I am the best at. The issue is you just can't do a bazillion teams because it just is so time intensive and they're so expensive to do. All right, so we can drop Mariota for sure on this team. We have Shaheed. We can also drop. I don't know why Jaden Reed is still on this team. But Mariota, we can send. Ooh, yeah. Let's add Pirine. Let's put Singletary in there for $1. Let's put Eli Mitchell in there for $1. Eli Mitchell is a very, very, very sneaky ad this week. All right, wide receiver. Probably not a chance there's a wide receiver that we're going to want to start. Okay, well, actually, Watson's there. Chimere DK is there. De'Ami Brown is there. Pat Bryant for $1 is also pretty sneaky. Let's go to the tight end position. AJ Barner, Gunnar Helm. Yeah, both of those are good. Dropping. There's no reason to keep Mariota on this team with Lamar and with Stafford. GM. Yes, Keaton Missile is literally the league winningest upside on waiver wires. You are 100% correct, Mark. You're a very smart, sharp, intelligent individual. Okay. So these guys are all, well, actually, Christian Watson, I actually do kind of like. Christian Watson. Oh, we have like no money left on this team, though. So I'll do $9 on him, dropping Mariota. $142 left. Who the fuck did we buy? We bought Calvin Ridley. Shout out to us for spending $800 fab dollars on Calvin Ridley, only for him to immediately tear his hamstring. And we have Evan Ingram on the bench here too. This team is in a pretty good spot if we can get a good team defense this week. That team is 4-4. This team is 5-3. This is the co-managed team with Evan Silva, JJ Zachariason, Pat Thorman, and Rich Rebar. Our starting lineup is perfect. And we can start San Francisco. We can definitely drop Mariota here. We're waiting for Amari and Hampton to get back. We have Harvey, Tootin, Shipley. Oh, Brashard Smith. Shout out to Brashard Smith. Is there a name you like seeing more on your bench right now than Brashard Smith? Dylan Sampson. Let's go. Oh, we gotta drop the wood here. I think let's do 122 on Dylan Sampson. I'm gonna text that thread right now because I don't want them to get mad at me. Dylan Sampson is available in our main. Dylan Sampson is a super, super sneaky fun ad this week. All right. Caleb Johnson is out there. All right, look, if Caleb Johnson gets dropped in your main, I know you gotta add him in. Have I apologized about Saquon yet? Why? Saquon has his first good game of the year, and you want me to apologize? It took until week 8 for Saquon Barkley to get his first 8-yard run, or first 20-yard run. Putting Bigsby in this group for sure. Michael Carter in this group. We actually have a huge amount of eligible guys here. Put Eli Mitchell in there for $1. Slayton. Wow. There are a lot. Wow. Jaden Higgins is available. Trey Harris is available. What is going on in this league? This specific league is wild. There just must be a bunch of hoople heads in this league. As a Caleb bag holder, truly, what is the point? I think you'd be surprised. I know that we I know that we are burying Caleb Johnson, but dude, he was a 3rd-round pick. It's insane to me that he's not going to get on the field at all. Judy would have upside as a trade candidate if he wasn't on a huge contract, but I think Jerry Judy is on a massive contract. I believe. Maybe this is wrong. Let me double check. So right now, if Jerry Judy got traded, I don't think Jerry Judy can be traded. $52 million. I guess the cap hit is not that bad. It looks like the cap hit is only. I guess they must have done a restructure or something. Maybe Judy could be traded, but I would definitely. Burden probably is not going to play this week because he has a concussion. So I suppose that you could probably go ahead and cut. You can cut any of these guys. Golden, Judy, Burden. You can cut any of them. Really seems fine to me to do any of them. Dylan Sampson, Caleb Johnson, Tank Bigsby, Michael Carter, Elijah Mitchell. This is a huge group of dudes. And we are dropping Mariota. Jonnu is available. Jatavian Sanders, honestly, is probably kind of worth it. Tyler Higbee. No, I mean that is just a huge group. So I'm gonna save that. We're good at quarterback. We're good on defense. Kind of grinding through the waivers this week. Yeah. Also, if Caleb Johnson gets in there and runs well, Yeah, I would also be euphoric if Caleb was better than a 0. I really liked Caleb Johnson as a prospect. Man, this one was so look at this score from last week, guys. Look what we lost by. 162.70 for Mitch Kumstein. 162.05 for us. And look how we lost. Look how we lost, dude. We lost to Mr. Swift himself. Travis Kelce on Monday night with the 24.90 in the FFPC tight end premium scoring. We were up. We were fading 24.1 points from Travis Kelce, and he came back to get us. Just miserable stuff there. He got the 3 touchdown game from Harvey. I guess he only got 6 points from Baker Mayfield, but man, yeah, losing on a Monday, not ideal. And this team is actually good too. Look, we got a bunch of, we got Gadsden off waivers. I guess maybe it's not that good. Our running backs are not that good. Okay, we have Dart, A-Chain, Montgomery, Tet, Jordan Addison, Aronde Gadsden, Ramondre. We need to replace our kicker and our defensive play. Wow, and we have Bowers on the bench. Okay, so we got Bowers coming back. We need to replace a kicker and a defense. We have 38% of our wager budget left. Oh yeah, if you have Caleb on a best ball team, you feel really, really bad. You feel very stupid. I'm aware. I know very deeply how stupid that feels. Learning the FFPC waiver. If you have 3 contingencies, 4 players, and 3 players to drop, can you pick up 3 players if you win the bids? I believe as long as you have the 3 players to drop, yes. You have to I think you have to copy the bid group, but I'm not 100% sure about that, Charles. I'm not 100%, so please don't quote me as an official rules explainer there. I guess the question is, do we want to cut the Buccaneers defense during their bye, or do they have a good schedule? The Buccaneers play the Patriots and the Bills now. Okay, so we can just easily cut them. Detroit defense against Minnesota, smash. Green Bay. What is the Packers defensive schedule? The Packers play upcoming the Panthers, the Eagles, the Giants, the Vikings. Man, I think we would really just like to get the Green Bay Packers. Jacksonville is good. Seattle is really good. Giants are good. Ravens, I don't want. We'll do, okay. We have 384 left on this team. I'm going to do 27. I'm going to do 12, and then we'll do all $1 bids, dropping the Tampa Bay defense, and then hopefully pick up a kicker who's already had his bye week. Isn't it crazy? Only 4 more weeks left in the FFPC regular season. It's actually wild to think about. Like, your year is basically already kind of decided in the FFPC. Okay. The Ravens have had their bye, correct? Right? Yes, there you go. Copy the bid group, and you should be good to go. I also feel kind of stupid for not drafting a ton of Travis Kelce. I mean, I drafted a good bit. Kelce was actually my most drafted player in the entirety of the Eliminator. I thought he was the perfect Eliminator pick because of the Rashi suspension. Oh, we can also drop Taysom Hill too, but let's take care of kicker. Chargers kicker, Ravens kicker, Lions kicker, Green Bay kicker, Arizona kicker, Rams kicker. Rams have already had their bye. Seattle kicker. Yeah, that works. We will drop Jake Elliott. And oh wow, look at this. We already have Dylan Sampson, and you guys want to know how much I know ball? This team already had Kareem Hunt on it. Beautiful. Already has Kareem Hunt. You love to see that. Running backs. No, don't need to do DJ Giddens. Bigsby, I do like as an ad. I mean, he's just clearly the Saquon handcuff now. Piran, I like. Wilson, I like. McWeapon, I mean, I think you have to We got to take the McWeapon stuff seriously. He really is their long down and distance back. All right. Drop Taysom Hill. Sad to do it, but the Taysom package is smaller than ever for the New Orleans Saints, which you don't love to see. We have $384 on this team. I mean, these guys are all whatever. We'll do 22, we'll do 11, we'll do 1, and I'll do, you know what? I'm just gonna do like $3 on McWeapon. Do we have any tight end? Okay, Freiermuth, yes. Higbee, maybe. Not really. Gunnar Helm. And these are all like buck players, whatever. All right. Not nearly as hard to do waivers this week as it was last week. So maybe we'll go do some Best Ball Mania leaderboard analysis after this. We'll go check some advance rates. We'll determine if picks were good or bad. We'll do Survivor. We're going to do the whole thing. Okay. Oh, looks like someone else just came in and did bids. Shout out to my co-managers who are on top of it this morning. All right, let's go do NFFC bids because I think that we've got some decent stuff cooking there. Actually, I know we do. No Chimere DK ads for me yet. I guess there was the one team. All right, this team in the league standings is it's 6-2. It's in 4th place. We are only about 70 points behind first. 70 points behind first. So shout out to us. This team did just lose Cam Scattaboo, though. So, and we have Barkley going to the bench. I don't even remember drafting Barkley on this team. And we also need to drop Mariota. So we have James Cook, Aaron Jones. God, this team is fire. We are starting Trey Harris this week and Juwan Jennings. So first thing we need to do is we need to add a quarterback in for Mariota. So, and we don't need to spend a ton of money though. But we'll go Stroud. Oh, actually, no, I'm doing Fields because, well, do you guys think Purdy's going to play this week? Purdy playing this week is fairly important. Kyle Shanahan is such a jackass. It wouldn't be a long shot for Brock to play this week. What a jerk, dude. I hate that guy. I mean, I'm just assuming that Mariota is. I guess let's just drop Scattaboo. Let's do Scattaboo. Well, no. Jaden Daniels should. What's the latest? Jaden Daniels hamstring. Expected to practice. His injury status is reportedly up in the air. Let's figure out what the line is, because that will probably be more telling. It's such a Kyle thing to say. Flacco seems more questionable than we hoped too. Pirine or Singletary. I'm going Pirine. Pirine has a legitimate role. He's playing 50% of the snaps. He said, we'll see Wednesday, so maybe we'll get a decent report today. Okay, that's what you want to hear. I bet this line will tell us. All right, so the Commies play who? I don't even know. The Commies play the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are road favorites against the Commies. Does that feel right to you guys? That does not feel right to me. Okay, well, what's the 49ers line? That one maybe is more important for this decision. Okay, the 49ers favored in New York. That makes me, I would say that makes me lean that Purdy would be playing. Yeah, speaking of lines, Chiefs favored in Buffalo. Real wind horse situation there. Why would the Kansas City Chiefs be favored there? Hard to say. Okay, I got to lock in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop Mariota for all guys that I think are going to possibly play this week. I'm not going to add Fields in. So we'll do Stroud against Denver, which sucks. We'll do, well, Tua's Thursday. That sucks too. because I won't want to decide. Okay, so I'm going to skip Tua. We'll add Geno in. We'll add JJ McCarthy. I mean, that's how I get myself out of jail here is JJ McCarthy. Yeah, Seahawks on the road versus Mariota. That does make sense. It does not make sense if Jaden Daniels is playing. You know what? Okay, I'm actually changing my mind about this. I'm just gonna do this to drop Scatterboo because there's not gonna be a good running back pickup, and if there is, I'll change my mind. And we have, we can start Ollie Gordon this week if we have to. Whatever. All right, Scatterboo, you're getting dropped, brother. And then we will do McCarthy as our second because we know he's starting. We'll do Geno, then I'll do Fields, then I'll do Tua, and I will get quarterback points somewhere. Fields is kind of important for this team though because our quarterbacks have sucked. So actually, let's do this. God, no, dude, this is so annoying. It's actually a very hard waiver decision to be making right now. What would you guys do? I've got Purdy, who's questionable, and then I've got Mariota with Jaden Daniels as questionable. I guess maybe I just can't have Fields. I guess that's really it. Is you just can't have Fields. Fields has to be the final ad here. Annoying. All right. Well, that is the quarterbacks done and dusted. At running back, we've got, Keaton Missile out there. We've got Bigsby. We've got Jalen Wright. Did Devin Neal get picked up last week? Devin Neal did get picked up last week. Ray Davis is available. Taj Brooks. Oh, it's really bad. And we've got Michael Carter. Has Michael Carter been re-signed to the active roster yet? I wish there was a filter to filter out all players on the IR so I didn't have to see them. Okay. I mean, Ray Davis, sure. What can go wrong adding Ray Davis? Ray Davis dropping Hoomst. Probably no one, honestly. De'Ami Brown. No, we're better off. We are honestly better off adding a wide receiver and just running it. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna restart that. Wide receiver. Is there anyone we want to start this week? DK maybe. DK versus who? DK versus De'Ami Brown. DK versus Trey Harris. Man, I would love to drop Christian Kirk. I tell you what. Oh, Jonnu Smith. There's our drop. Had to add Jonnu last week for a bye week fill-in. DK's there. Calvin Austin, DeAndre Hopkins, Juju, Parker Washington, Demario Douglas, Jordan Whittington, Turpin, Cameron Johnson, Dante Thornton. There's nothing here, man. There is nothing here. They're waiting on DeMercado. Okay. Why is Indy only -3 implied for 26? Seems sus. Steelers give up 30 plus. I think they're just expecting an old-fashioned, down and dirty, disgusting brawl between those two teams. That would honestly be my guess. Man, NFC waivers are just horrendous. They are just as bad as it gets. There's just nothing here. All right. We're set there. Let me check the lineup. Colts against Pittsburgh. Whatever. That's fine. Is it fine? No, I actually saw a little bit of Jalen McMillan hype yesterday, Pat. Just a smidgen of Jalen McMillan hype. So He's kind of a decent stash. He was a good, I mean, and they need him. Mike Evans out for the year. Chris Godwin, who knows? I guess, Davis, don't get lazy now. This team has the ability to actually win something, even losing Scattaboo. So okay, well, the Vikings are available. Here, the home defenses that are available are the Bengals, the Raiders, the Bills, the Titans, the Commies, the Giants. So honestly, not great. Saints against the Rams. Oh, Chargers against Tennessee. There you go. So if we get the Chargers, we will be very happy with that. I'll do $37 on the Chargers. Don't get lazy. Grind those edges where we can find them. I believe they. Ooh, all right. Let's go check the pods. Let's go check the pods. Eliminator pods. And we'll come back and finish up the waivers a little bit later. Let's go do it. Man, I hope to be against a team that does not have any quarterbacks. 31-30 ELIM pods are out. Live. Best ball. NFL. All right, folks, here we are. We are up against BThink24. BThink24. He has Dak, maybe Bryce, for sure Rodgers. He's got Bijan, he's got Chase Brown, he's got Kyron, Javonte, and Dowdle. Wow, what a running back room. He has DJ Moore, George Pickens, Jerry Jeudy, Steph Diggs, Keon Coleman, QJ, Calvin Austin, Evan Ingram, Mason Taylor, Theo Johnson. He has no dead players. They do no dead players, no buys. No dead player. I mean, Bryce, I guess Bryce could be a 0. But I don't think. Oh, he's got Judy is on bye. And that's it. Oh, and Mason Taylor is on bye. There you go. He's got 2 buys. Okay, so he's got 2 buys. I have Goff against Minnesota. I have Caleb Williams against Cincinnati. I have Cam Ward against the Chargers. Gibbs is live. Jacobs is live. Ramondre's live. Rico's live. Roshan is alive, but not really. Garrett Wilson is on bye. Tet. Oh, man, these wide receivers suck. What is my path this week? I guess my path is Tet, Diggs, and Rome. Tetteroy, McMillan, Diggs, and Rome is the only way that this team can win. And I have Kelsey and Goddard, so I definitely have the advantage at tight end. He definitely has the advantage at wide receiver, and honestly, probably at running back. That'll be a good one. So no, I don't think there is a dustier human being than Calvin Ridley. Yes, Rome is in a good spot, and I have him stacked on this one, but he has DJ Moore, so he's got leverage. He's got Pickens. Oh, he has Diggs too. So Diggs doesn't even do anything for me. I would say he looks like a little bit of a favorite to me. Just maybe that's my natural pessimism, but I have only 3 like I guess Yoshi Voss could score, but I basically only have 3 real wide receivers. All of his wide receivers are active and playing other than Judy. Yeah, he's got to be favored. All right, well, shout out to you, B-Fink. D Belgian boy. All right, show me a team. Oh, this is a good question. What is the payout for week 9? What is the old, I believe, so Herzig tweeted this, that each team left is worth $1,659 in the Eliminator. There you go. EV of each remaining team is now up to $1,629. 768 teams are remaining. It's an additional $300 to find a shipper this week. Show me D Belgian boy. I love you and I appreciate you, man. But I hope you have this horrible fantasy team. Michael Penix, Bryce Young, Geno Smith, Aaron Rodgers. So he has 4 quarterbacks. They're all probably playing this week, but he does have 4 quarterbacks. Of course, he has Jonathan Taylor. Of course, he has James Cook. Hampton will not be playing this week. Dobbins will be. Flowers is playing and getting Lamar back. Hunter is off of his bye. Jaden Reed is a 0. Addison is in a good spot. Shaheed is in a good spot. McMillan is a 0. Pierce. Wow. He got a Bowers team to week 9. He got a Bowers team to week 9, dude. Oh, this guy's going to kill me. This guy's going to kill me, man. It's going to be all Bowers. I also think I would snap sell my team for $1,629 right now. All right, please show me a good team. I don't remember what this one is. Please show me a good team, man. I'm begging you. All right, I do have 2 quarterbacks who are playing. Dak Prescott and Trevor Lawrence. I have Christian McCaffrey. Oh, my God. Oh, we both have Jonathan Taylor. So Jonathan Taylor cannot be the deciding factor. That's big. So Jonathan Taylor cannot at least kill me. I am so glad to see Jonathan Taylor there. Not as stoked to see Breece Hall. Not super stoked to see Jalen Warren. Not super stoked to see Tank Bigsby. Not super stoked to see Miles Sanders. But just note, like, CMC versus James Cook, you can at least say that's a draw. Right? You can at least say that is a draw. I have Mike Evans, dead. George Pickens, Hunter, dead. Jaden Reed. I have Rashid Shaheed. I have Hollywood. I have Wandale. I have Diami. Oh, my tight ends suck. Oh, God. That is not what you want to see. You do not want to see a tight end room of Zach Ertz and Dalton Schultz versus Brock Bowers, man. Oh, fuck. I'm going to lose both of these. I mean, Warren is fine. I'm not saying Warren's bad, but it's not like seeing Javonte Williams. Like a lot of Eliminator teams are going to get to their 3rd running back and it's going to be Javonte Williams. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for Jalen Warren, but no, I would say this one is a coin flip. I would say this one is probably a coin flip. I have a pretty big edge at quarterback. He just has 4 of them. But I would assume that my 2 quarterbacks, Dak and Lawrence, are projected higher than all 4 of his. Penix, Young, Geno, Rodgers, all those guys will project for like 14? 15, 16, something like that. I would say this one is like a legit coin flip. I mean, I really wish Breece Hall was playing this week. Did this guy have Hunter too? Okay, so he had Hunter as well. So a Hunter smash actually doesn't do anything for me. You know who's the important guy on this team? The important guy on this team is fucking Wandale. Wandale and Hollywood. If Hollywood gets like 11 points, that'll honestly be big. Or a random Zach Ertz game. I mean, I'm assuming there's no chance that these are up on BBM DB, but I would love to be able to check the team I have with Liam. Can I? Okay, yeah, no, they're not updated yet. Yeah, Diami TD. Hollywood always has a 2 game. Yeah, he does. I'll be favored in 1. 1 is dead, and 1 is probably a flip. I mean, dude, there are 768 teams left. It's what was the overall size of this contest? How many teams have been eliminated now? like, you know, we're way up there. $1.75 million in prizes. And we are in round 9 of 17. Yeah. And I did get good pod luck last week for sure. So happy to get the pod luck. Wow, we are all in the top 0.4%ish. All of Charles's teams have been eliminated. Yeah, this is the coolest format in fantasy football. I hope they run like 2 of these next year. I just want to jam these in. I'm sure there are teams that got through with Barkley and Brees. Both are zeros this week. That's true. That's true. Wow. All right, ELIM pods are out, man. I'm rooting for myself. This is the one. 4 quarterbacks. I did max this. Yes, I did. I gotta keep it real with the folks. Did max this on site credits even. I'm very blessed that Amarian Hampton is not playing for this team, but it does just, dude. This does just show the strength of running backs and 0.5 PPR scoring. GM, what up? OMG Godlike 101, my Twitch.tv Bella. Bowers, Arroyo, Theo Johnson. There we go, boys. Very, very easy to draft a tight end room with Ertz and Schultz on site credit. Not having a Davis and Liam show when you guys have an eliminator. I know, man. I would love to do the Davis and Liam show. I remain, as always, a big fan of Chess Liam. Bitcoin or Nvidia? Always Bitcoin, brother. Everything is good for Bitcoin. GM Nick, how we doing, man? It would be a great bit to price out everyone's teams, knowing the expected value of every team, because we know the expected value is $1,639. Be like, okay, I think your team, like this team against B-Fink, good running backs, but just such trash wide receivers. Like, what was I ever doing taking Noah Brown? Yes, I did. I would say 50% of my eliminators were slow drafts at the very end. Purple Yosh said up top that it's like an extra $300. Yeah, there you go. An additional $300 to win this week. So there we go. And I think the payouts just went out. Like, I think if you are in the eliminator, you just got paid out some percentage of money. I'll pull up my transactions to see if that's the case, to make sure that I'm not lying. The transactions tab is going to tell me the truth. Yeah, I have noticed advance rate wise that my slow drafts are not particularly great. Yeah, I just got $98 twice, so I just got $196 for eliminating in the eliminator. Dude, yes. The Abs Nordiques jerseys are so nice. They're very cool. So my wife obviously is a St. Louis Blues fan, and her whole family is. And so we've gotten some Blues crap for the baby. And I told my wife that I wanted to order a Colorado Avalanche onesie for the child, and I got shut down, which is a bit of a bummer. I did just get a notification from the Dawg app. New boosts in the Pick'em lobby. Okay. Should we do some BBM DB leaderboard stuff? I did notice something very interesting earlier, which I wanted to point this out. I was having a conversation with someone on Twitter. So I found this very interesting. CD Lamb has like a just about an average advance rate despite being shitty. He was drafted 100% of the time. He advanced 18.3% of the time. 1 second. I need to update the timestamp. BBM First Round Advance rates. But when you control for Jonathan Taylor, he gets absolutely nuked. So CD Lamb, 18.3% advance rate. But when you remove Jonathan Taylor, obviously the total number goes down to 9.9%. You add Jonathan Taylor in, and obviously it goes way up, 57.2%. Then, because this all got started from that Hayden tweet yesterday, Puka, slightly negative advance rate, 15.6%. Now, obviously, he's like never drafted with Jonathan Taylor because of where they went in the pods. Almost all of them, 14.4%. But you add Jonathan Taylor in. I wonder how many there are. 65.6%. Yes. So this, I think, is the right way to do the Puka thing. I want to take out all the duds, right? So you take out Neighbors, you take out Nico, you take out Brian Thomas Jr., you take those duds out from the corner, and his advance rate goes up to a perfectly cromulent 16.7% of the chance. But the other point that Chad is making, which is so wise, is that Taylor is never paired with those duds. There are only 4,000 teams in the contest that have those guys. Approximately. So basically Neighbors, Nico Collins, and Brian Thomas Jr., the absolute worst picks on the board. You were so unlikely to get them. Like that's actually wild. So JT and Neighbors, there are only 1,100 of those teams in the contest. Compare that to Puka and Neighbors, and you've got actually only the same amount. All right, let's go Brian Thomas Jr. Puka and BTJ, far more common, 4,720. And then you compare that to Nico Collins, and you get, okay, so it really was just, I guess it really was just Brian Thomas Jr. then. But still a very high number of those guys, which I just think is very interesting. All right, let's check the advance rates of the first round guys. Justin Jefferson has a 13.8% advance rate. I wonder when you do no McCarthy. No McCarthy gets slightly better. You get to 15.8%. Get to, I wonder what Jamar Chase, so this will be a fun one. Chase with Burrow and Chase without Burrow. 26% advance rate for Chase. Chase with Burrow, 13. Oh, wow. Huge difference. Chase without Burrow, 31.5% advance rate. Okay, Puka London was the chalk combo. All right, let's check that. So Puka with London was combo drafted how many times? 8,912 times. That's a lot of combos. So Puka without London, 16.4. So exactly average. Wow. Cody, run good. I'm playing a Hall, Saquon, Hampton team in the Eliminator this week. You love to see it. Best Ball Mania Leaderboard show. You frankly love to see it. I have 1% Burrow. I wonder how much Burrow did I have? Let's go to the old portfolio. Select user, Davis Maddock, rostered players, Joe Burrow. I drafted 56 Joe Burrow teams across all of those contests. None of them are advancing, although this one looks good. Hurts and Burrow. It's not going to be advancing after his bye week. Has CMC, has Dobbins, has T. Higgins. Okay, I got Burrow at the 6'10". Yeah, I guess I was always pushing. How many Chase McBride teams and how? Oh, that's a good question. That's a very good question. All right, leaderboard. We have select rostered players: Jamar Chase, McBride. There are 16,000. 16,000 Jamar Chase, Trey McBride teams. That is so many teams. All right. And then now let's do, and that's a 23% advance rate, by the way. We'll go with Joe Burrow. There are 4,280 with a 10% advance rate. You go without Joe Burrow. 12,223 with a 27% advance rate. Let's add T. Higgins in there. With T. Higgins, I wonder, yeah. So there are still 2,000 of those teams. Still, that's wild. That is so many. All right, let's look at the best one. Tigre 1, 2, 3, 4. Drake May, Anthony Richardson, Jackson Dart, Cook, Connor, Montgomery, Guerrero, Dobbins, Chase, T. He must have gotten sniped. He must have been so bummed. He had the whole thing set up. He tried to push it. Crazy. Michael Pittman Jr., Igbuka, Kyle Williams. Oh, this is a good one. So let's do T. Higgins, Trey McBride without Kyler or Joe Burrow. 32% advance rate without those guys. And then with Kyler Murray. I wonder what that does to the advance rate. Kyler Murray has not been a good pick in fantasy football. 6,205. Interesting. Oof. The Chase drafter who didn't go McBride might have often take Tyree. Yeah, praying for that guy. All right, let's look at some of the top teams in Best Ball Mania. Jamar Taylor McBride. Oh my God, yeah, I bet. All right, the top team in all of Best Ball Mania is as follows. Chase M86. He has Mahomes. He has a 0 in Richardson. He has Rodgers. He has Barkley. He has JT. He has DeAndre Swift. He has Cam Scatterbo. Rest in peace. He has Javonte Williams. His first wide receiver is Garrett Wilson. His second wide receiver is Pickens. Waddle, Michael Pittman Jr., QJ, Leggett, Hopkins, Kraft, Kincaid, and Waller. Now, let me ask you, would you buy this team for $100? Would you buy this top team in BBM for $100? Oh, need to see the Jaden Daniels advance rates. We'll do that next. Yeah, honestly, isn't that so funny? The literal top team in BBM, you look at it and you're like, I don't know. It's such a funny game we play. Like, not that it's, oh, I didn't even realize that every single piece is uncorrelated. He has Richardson and Michael Pittman Jr., but that's it. All right, let's okay, this is a more fun one. The top non-Jonathan Taylor team. The top non-JT team should be, well, I mean, you would think that the top non-JT team would be absurd, wouldn't you? The top team never wins it all, same as in redraft, I know. Well, it'll make more than 100 in regular season prizes, right? What is first place in the regular? Isn't it like $1 million or is it 100,000 or something? Yeah, I'd buy it for $100 because having a top 10,000 regular season team is worth $100. Yes, I like that. I will purchase one of the I will purchase one of the top Puka teams. Yeah, me too. That's a good idea. All right, I think I broke PD's website, so let's do another share. All right, non-roster players, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And let's refresh the leaderboard. All right, here's the top scoring non-Jonathan Taylor team. Herbert, Darnold, and Russell Wilson. That's very funny. Bijan and Chase Brown. Quinshon Judkins, Javonte Williams, and Roschon. JSN, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, Igbuka, QJ, Thornton, Booty, Kelsey, Kraft, and Pitts. Oh, sorry. There we go. I had a top 200 team, but heavy Rams buy. Yeah, the leaderboards are chopping and changing. Pretend you're an audio listener. Yeah, if you will. Herbert, Darnold, Russell Wilson, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins, Javonte Williams, Roschon, JSN, Metcalf, Pickens. All right. It's okay. It's okay. Let's try and remove some of the zeros. So Scattaboo is a 0. Who are some of the other obvious zeros? Let's go Russell Wilson, Richardson, Connor. Yeah, I know. It's crazy that the top non-JT team is 70 points behind. Let's go Jaden Reed is a 0. Neighbors is a 0. Mike Evans, Eckler, Tyreek, Mixon. Do you guys see the new Mixon quote? The new Mixon quote. Someone asked D'Amico Ryans if they had an update on Joe Mixon's ankle, and he was like, "No, I do not." Not great. Not great. Oh, wrong Tyreek. Remember Tyree Jackson? Tyree Jackson was a quarterback at the University of Buffalo who converted to tight end. Tyreek Hill. I'm trying to get this all in one list so I don't cost PD a bazillion dollars. To be fair, Tyree Jackson is also a 0. All right, Mixon, Scattaboo, Wilson, Richardson, Connor, Jaden Reed, Malik Neighbors, Mike Evans, Austin Eckler, Tyreek Hill, Joe Mixon. No, the point is to try and find. I will run both versions. I'll run it once with JT and once without him. Kendre, there you go. Kendre, another 0 due to injury. Who else has a season-ending injury? Amari. It sounds like Amari and Hampton might be back next week. Najee, yes, that's a good one. Najee, another season-ending injury. Because the idea in running this is, wow. See, this guy. No one who's better than this guy. No one's better than PD. Braylon Allen, thank you, Alex. Braylon Allen is a 0. Jalen McMillan. Basically, this is what I want to do. When I run this filter, I want the team that we see to be so good that it's the most obvious, immediate, you buy it for $100 team of all time. Connor is in there. You should run another elite or delete with our current teams with only one per participant. Maybe we will do that. Maybe that'll be my first stream back after I have a baby. I want to find the one team that he hates. No, I want to find a team that I love. I want to no, dude, Bigsby just had a 100-yard game. Bigsby back from the dead. All right, we'll put Burrow on there. Kirk, Caleb Johnson, Gibson. Like, basically, I want to run this filter and be like, this is the greatest team I've ever seen. Yeah, Caleb, Pacheco. All right, I'll put Pacheco in there because he's injured. Caleb Johnson, I think, will be self-selecting. I don't think any Shipley's the guy. I mean, Shipley ended up being a bad tick. Caleb is still alive, but like it's also going to be self-selecting because we're sorting by the most expensive teams, or sorting by the highest scoring teams, rather. All right, we're going to run this once. So we are finding, as of right now, the highest scoring non-JT teams in BBM. What do we got? Okay, it's going to take a while. Joey, this cuts me very deep, but the San Francisco backup getting drafted was Isaac Guerrero. Big Isaac Guerrero guy. Is this right? This is right. 16.9%, a perfectly average advance rate without all these guys. All right. Here's my boy JCM. Caleb Williams, Justin Fields, Drake May, CMC, Brees, Swift, and Dowdle, AJ Brown, JSN, Jalen Waddle, Chris Godwin, Steph Diggs, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, Alec Iomanner, Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry, and Mason Taylor. You know what? I'm going to put Godwin in on that list of guys that I don't want to see. Yeah, I included JT on purpose. Isn't that crazy? Avoid all the zeros, but you don't draft Jonathan Taylor in your average advance rate. Ooh, I wonder what the breakdown between Daniel. That's a good one. Oh, I said JCM. Okay, hold on. I got to take a screenshot of this and put it on Twitter because I think it's really funny. Avoid all the zeros, and if you don't have Jonathan Taylor, you have a perfectly average advance rate. I mean, does that not show you what we're doing, this activity? I mean, just what a crazy activity in fantasy football. I mean, not that you don't want Jonathan Taylor, but it's not the purpose of the exercise we're doing. Pains me to say. Didn't I put Jaden Reed on that list? Oh, okay. Hold on. We have an update from Mr. Chess Liam. Eliminator matchup this week with this is the team with Chess Liam. So this is the team that Liam and I have. Hold on, let me do the timestamp for this. 103.18 Liam and Davis ELIM team. All right, so we have Goff, who's playing, Herbert, who's playing, and Penix, who's playing. We have CMC playing, A-Chain playing, Harvey's playing, Dobbins is playing, Marks is playing, Kendre's out for the year. JSN is back. Mike Evans is out. JMO against Minnesota. Matthew Golden against Carolina. Are the Falcons playing? Yeah, the Falcons are playing. Mooney, Shaheed, Douglas, Kincaid, and Pitts. We are up against, Jalen Hurts. 0. Herbert is playing the Titans. McCaffrey is playing the Giants. Of course, he has Jonathan Taylor. Liam and I do not have Jonathan Taylor. We both have McCaffrey. Wobby Cakes does not have Breece Hall this week. He does not have Isaiah Pacheco. So he really only has 2 running backs. That's it. He has Devonta Smith, who is not playing, who's out. He has Chris Olave, who has a tough matchup. Cooper Kupp, Christian Kirk, who's questionable. Thielen is a 0. He does have QJ. Calvin Austin, Io Manor, Samuel, Travis Kelce, and Kyle Pitts. I would say we're probably favorites. Yeah, Pacheco's probably not going to play for like a month. He has a hyperextended knee. I would say Liam and I are favorites in that one. Yeah, I think I wouldn't say easy win. I would say it's more like -150 though. How funny is best ball? Avoid all significant and expensive zeros. And if you don't draft Jonathan Taylor, you advance exactly an average number of teams. Really, really funny. No, Brashard Smith is definitely going to get some reps. 100% he's going to. Herbert to QJ could definitely be a league winner. Okay, BBM DB is updated with ELIM pods. So let's go look at the Chesleyham one a little bit closer. Wow, he does not have us as a favorite. In fact, we are being projected as a loser here to Mr. Well, I mean, it's really slight. Well, that can't be right. No, we're projected as the winner. So he only has Hurts. We are over. Oh, we're overlapping quarterback. So he can't beat us at quarterback. He really probably can't. I know this seems crazy. He can't beat us at flex, I don't think. His path to beating us at flex is one of Christian Kirk, Adam Thielen, Calvin Austin, Io Manor. I guess he could. He could get two big tight ends. I guess two big tight end performances. Yeah, it would be like a long Calvin Austin touchdown. Could just be like the law of averages. Like so many teams contain at least one of those players. You end up basically with a representative advance rate for the whole contest. No, that does not work in best ball because it's not law of averages because so many guys. Isn't that so funny? Kelsey versus Kincaid. Could not be more Davis and Liam coded than Kelsey versus Kincaid in Bills Chiefs week. I mean, I think honestly, even a 40 ball from Jonathan Taylor. So let's give Jonathan Taylor 40. Jared Goff outscores Justin Herbert. A-Chain outscores Justice Hill by 10. RJ Harvey outscores Travis Kelce by 10. Or J.K. Dobbins does it, or Woody Marks does it. Even call JSN Olave a draw. Let's call Cooper Kupp and JMO a draw. I like the odds of getting one of Golden, Mooney, Shaheed, or Douglas outscoring Samuel, Io Manor, Austin, Thielen, and Kirk. Kirk might not even play. Yeah, I was honestly really low on. I was really low on JSN as well. I did not see the path for JSN, and I'm happy to be wrong. Also, I just realized on that last one that I didn't even realize we put Scatterboo in there. Whoops, didn't realize Scatterboo was in the filter. Assume it is much worse without him. Interesting stuff, boys. Well, I have to go here. All right, let's do our list of zeros, our full list of zeros, and we won't exclude Jonathan Taylor from it. And you guys can put in whoever you want on this one. So it could be you could put Caleb Johnson in there, whatever you want. The true list of all the zeros. So start tossing them out, and we will get rid of every guy who sucks in fantasy football. All the zeros removed from BBM filter. Jacoby? Sure. Jacoby Myers. Why not? Why not? Why not remove Jacoby Myers? All right, so we've got Connor, we've got Neighbors, we've got Reed, we've got Jacoby Myers, we remove Caleb Johnson, we remove Brian Robinson. Trevion Henderson. Trevion Henderson, honestly. Yeah. All right. Henderson, Trevion Henderson, done. You're out of there. Burrow. See, you can't include Blue and Tootin because they're too cheap. It ruins the filter because Blue and Tootin can be on a bunch of good teams. Like I wouldn't put Kamani Vidal on this list or whatever. You know what? Fine, whatever. We'll do it. The thing with you remove Bowers and it's just going to all be Jonathan Taylor teams. If you remove Bowers, it's going to be literally all Jonathan Taylor teams. Who else is zeros? I need to look at a draft board. Of course I don't, Ashton. I'm having a terrible year. I'm actually not really. I'm having like a totally fine year. No, Travis Hunter just had a 30-point game. You guys need to check yourself. Oh, how about this? Anyone who's had 25 points or more in a game cannot be on this list. Godwin, yes. Jalen McMillan, yes. Chuba, definitely. Would I trade Jacobs and Waddle for Lamb and Chase Brown? Yes, I would. Brian Thomas Jr., yes. That one, I mean, even that I don't feel great about removing. Yes, Neighbors is in because he has a torn ACL. Mooney, Ayuk, both good. Mooney, Ayuk. Oh, Golden. Yeah, Golden. All right. That one, this one is against my better judgment, but I'll allow it. Kamara. Yeah, Kamara is pretty worthless. Tyreek, pretty worthless. Did I put Kendre on here? What I want to find is the scientifically perfect team. Scattaboo. All right, so the list is Connor, Neighbors, Jaden Reed, Jacoby Myers, Caleb Johnson, Brock Bowers. Can't believe I let you guys put Bowers in there. Mixon, Burrow, Trevion Henderson, Brian Robinson, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan, Brian Thomas, Darnell Mooney, Brandon Ayuk, Matthew Golden, Alvin Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Kendre Miller, Cam Scattaboo, Mike Evans, season-ending injury. Ken Walker, no. Hampton, no, also no. Hampton's coming back and was good. Brenton Strange, sure, we'll put Brenton Strange in there. Eckler, thank you. No, Trey Harris, also not a zero. Trey Harris was a 10th round pick who just led the Chargers in snaps played at wide receiver. Kyle Williams, there you go. The guy needs to be spiritually dead. I don't. JT's gonna have like 27 points this week. I'll put Richardson in there, although he could be on some good teams because he might correlate with Jonathan Taylor. No, Chase Brown just had a huge game. Ramondre, no. Ramondre has a positive advance rate. I mean, the low-owned player you want to advance the most, I think, is clearly Brock Bowers. Miles Sanders, sure, that's a good one because he was 100% drafted and he was a terrible pick. No, JCM also no. JCM has a 16-point game and a 20-point game. There you go. Ridley and Judy. There, you guys are getting it. Ridley and Judy are very good examples of this. You can't even tell yourself a story how it improves for those guys. If we aren't putting Jaden Blue, we shouldn't put Williams. Which Williams is in here? JCM, terrible. I think Ricky might be back this week. Peppertoni, I think Mr. Pearsall might be. Oh, yeah, but Kyle Williams is dead because he has no chance of getting better. Kyle Williams like cannot get on the field, that is desperate for wide receiver stuff. Giddens, Jerome, there you go. Jerome Ford and Keon Coleman. Jerome Ford, Keon Coleman. Would you guys consider DJ Giddens to be on I mean, he was so cheap. He was an 18th round pick. I would not consider any of these guys totally dead either. Yeah, Kyle Williams was also drafted higher than people are remembering. I do not think that Juwan Jennings is eligible here. Did I put Eckler on here? Trey Benson's coming back. Trey Benson's eligible to come back next week. Josh Palmer. Yes. Josh Palmer, very good one. No. See, Pat Bryant just got a touchdown and was good. I'll let you guys put Guerrendo on here. I disagree, but I will let you put Guerrendo on here. This is gonna break PD's website anyway. It's not gonna run. Take off Bowers. You guys wanted him. You guys wanted to put him on here. Golden is on here. What Chuba is like obviously dead. Yeah. Chuba, if you pull up a team, you do not want to see Chuba Hubbard on it. All right. Charles says the list is good. We're going to run it and try not to break PD's website. It's probably going to break. It's probably going to break the website. Yeah, we're trying to find Bowers teams. We can't be putting rookies that were. All right. So first off, shout out to PD because the query ran 35.9% advance rate. So if you avoided all of these guys, you got to a 35.9% advance rate. That makes up 32,000 of the teams in the pool. The best team wow, here we've got one from our very own Charlie, Mr. Line of Scrimmage. Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, Daniel. You know what? This is a good way to run it. Every time we see a player we think is dead on one of these teams, let's add him in and let's keep narrowing down. Hurts, Darnold, Jones, incredible. McCaffrey, JT, JCM, Tootin, Judkins, absolute smash. JSN, Devonta Smith. Diggs, I don't think is a smash, but sometimes you just need guys like that. Juwan Jennings, Michael Pittman Jr., Luther Burden, Troy Franklin, Jake Ferguson, Harold Fannin, and AJ Barner. This, Charlie, I don't know if you're here. I don't think you are. This is a beautiful fucking team. Hurts and Devonta, Darnold and JSN, Dimes and Pittman. This is a beautiful team. Yeah, this would be more. I'd buy this. This is more like $237. I don't think 1,000, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You think more than 1,000? I don't know, man. It's really, really good. Charlie, this team is disgusting. Wow. What a team. All right, let's run this now. Let's run this without Jonathan Taylor because I'm just curious. Can you guys think of any other zeros you want? You guys, I promise you, man. I promise you, everyone has got to settle down on Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. I promise you guys. Really. I know you guys are going to think that I'm the boy who cried wolf here. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is fine. He's like he is going to outperform a lot of the running backs who was drafted around him in round 8. Okay, Braylon Allen, thank you. Yes, Braylon Allen, we will add to this list. Braylon Allen is a clear 0. I wanted to pull something up and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, I'd like to pull up Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt's game logs for usage. I really promise you guys from the bottom of my heart, this is not me boy crying wolf. It's just a matter of can they win a football game? Can the Commanders win a football game? Utilization when they have been remotely competitive has been good. His route share has even gone way up. Chris Rodriguez is not playing. It's really going to be okay. Yeah, if we started drafting right now, JCM would still be gone by pick 100. Like it's there's sometimes that it's okay to cope. It's clear to me people here do not understand that you need low owned players. Yes, it's a great example. Since 3 quarterback was very popular, should you take out Burrow and Anthony Richardson? You of course you could, but the idea here is we want to pull up a team like Charlie's where we just looked at it and you're like, holy shit, every pick is good. Oh, my drafters teams are not doing good. My auto draft strategy did not pay off. Too low on the Chiefs. There you go. He's pick 70 in the drafters second half best ball, which sounds about right. Demario Douglas has 3 touchdowns though, I think. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Bowers out of here, and then I'm going to add Jonathan Taylor in. Okay, I already did. And I'm just curious with Jonathan Taylor removed, what happens? Oh, this is so dark. If I had my bags from last year, I would be having hit him with the gritty-esque advance rates. Everyone on X, the Everything app, would be saying, "Oh my God, Davis is such a genius. He advanced so many teams," which is it's just very funny. I'd rather I would rather have 400 Kamani Vidal teams. Top 64 teams. Sadly, Dylan, I don't think having it the thing with not having JT on drafters is you're not making up those points. All right. Shumamel in 87th avoided all these zeros, also doesn't have Jonathan Taylor. He has Mahomes and Kyler Murray. He has A-Chain, Kyron, James Cook, Javonte Williams, and Rico Dowdle. St. Brown, Zay Flowers, Olave, Michael Pittman Jr., 10th round Keenan Allen, Hollywood, Demario Douglas. Io Manor's actually on a lot of these teams. Sadly, we have to add Darren Waller to this list. Rip Darren Waller. Torn pectoral muscle. Cook, arguably a bigger smash than JT. No, Pepper Tony. That is not arguable. Yeah, simply avoid the landmines by drafting the early running backs, but not Saquon. Make sure it's not Saquon, or make sure it's not Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has a 9% advance rate. 9%. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt has double the advance rate of Derrick Henry. All right. Reason producer has Dak, Drake May, and Darnold. He has Jacobs. He has James Cook. He has David Montgomery, Javonte, Rashad White, and Will Shipley chasing. This is a good team. Chase, JSN, Pickens, Diggs, Quentin Johnston, Noah Brown, Colston Loveland, Zach Ertz, and Elijah Arroyo. Very good team. Oh, I saw my boy in here. I saw my boy Dave in here, or maybe I didn't. There you go. Here's my boy Dave. I have a big dog team with him. Javonte is going to be on all these. I think I removed Girendo from these. What's the worst team? I think I have the worst Jonathan Taylor team. I have a Jonathan Taylor team that is 12 of 12 in its pod. And it is hilariously bad. Dak, Fields, and Tua. Ugh. Barkley, A-Chain, Hall, Pollard. Oh, Pollard is a good add to this list of zeros. JSN, George Pickens, Chris Olave, Michael Pittman Jr., Hollywood Brown, Wandale, Slayton. Slayton's a zero. Malik Washington, Turpin, Jake Ferguson, Dallas Goedert. I think what's going on with QJ is that Aronde Gadsden is just him. I want to see there's got to be a way to see it. I don't know how, but there does have to be a way. Here, I'll show you guys. Let me remove all these. Okay. I'll show you guys my terrible Jonathan Taylor team. 15 Jonathan Taylor teams, which I think is, what is that? Is that average? I don't even know. Here you go. Oh, it's up to 10th now. It's 252 spots behind. Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence. So it just got 2 zeros at quarterback. Jonathan Taylor, Caleb Johnson, Brian Robinson, Tyler Algier, 16th round Brashard Smith, Marshawn Lloyd, Audric Estime. Beautiful. CeeDee Lamb. It's even a Rashi team. It's even a frickin' Rashi team. 4th round Travis Hunter, JMO. I was probably fist pumping this team. Probably go back and find this video, and I'm like, dude, Rashi Rice, Travis Hunter, Jameson Williams, to the moon, dude. To the moon. Estime. What was going on there? What was my plan? Jaden Higgins, Jalen Knoll, Sam Laporta, Mike Gesicki. I actually did like Jonathan Taylor because the difference was, I guess the difference between me and other slappy drafters was that I had Jonathan Taylor ranked pretty significantly ahead of Chase Brown. Yeah, and I did like Caleb Johnson. I did really like Caleb Johnson, actually, because I just really liked him as a prospect. Shout out to Chess Liam, by the way. Liam was pretty big on me abandoning Caleb Johnson. When I decided to stop taking Caleb Johnson, it was because of Liam. Not all because of Liam, but he definitely led me in that way. How do you check the date? Is there a way to check the date on BBM DB? Oh, there you go. 5/14. So it was a really early team. Yeah, Liam was very, very accurate about Caleb Johnson being a bad pick. So shout out to my boy, dude. Shout out to my boy, Chesterfer Liam. What will the top 5 picks be next year? Well, Jonathan Taylor will be first. Chase will be second. Jahmyr Gibbs will probably be third. It'll really depend who goes fourth on how JJ McCarthy plays. Yeah, okay, it'll be JSN. Oh, Bijan. Bijan. Yeah. Yeah. No, Gadsden will not go above Bowers. Puka. Yeah. Oof. Neighbors, Kittle, Burrow, Chuba. Well, Jefferson is a late first now, but what if JJ McCarthy plays awesome over the next couple months? Yeah, Stafford retirement. Where does Puka go? It's a good question. All right, let's play a game. Let's see if any of these teams that I have that are close with Jonathan Taylor end up advancing. This one is 22 points behind. Dak and Geno, pretty bad. Walker, Pollard, Dylan Sampson, Brashard Smith, Justice Hill, pretty bad. Lamb, Worthy, Myers, Downs, Burden, Keenan, Bryant. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It does have Bowers, though. This one could get there because it got a bunch of CD zeros. I mean, Gadsden will be like a 6th round pick next year or something like that if he continues something like this performance. What late round player is not hit yet, but you're excited to have? I mean, it's got to be Tootin, right? I would assume that the biggest gap in fantasy points from the bye week for the rest of the season, I would assume that is Tootin because ETN is really slowing down. Almost certainly has to be Tootin. You know what, Charles? That's a really good tweet. Do I have your permission? Do I have your permission to tweet that? By the way, that team of mine you looked at, people saying whether they pay 1,000, that team is currently winning 5K in the regular season BBM contest. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna draft Bowers again next year, whatever he costs. I know no one wants to admit it, but the Bowers thought process was fine. You know what, dude? I got to keep it real with you. Twitter has been making me so miserable like the last month or so. Just like every time I check that app or interact with anyone, it is making me insanely miserable. So any of you guys who do not use X the Everything app, shout out to you guys. It's fucking sickening. I hate it. I wish that I never created my account. It is. It's absolute death, bro. It's horrible, man. Yes. Well, the thing is I also have I have a big Twitter account and people just hate me on X, the Everything app. It's miserable. Okay. So this team, I'm saying probably not going to get there. But this team is 63 points back. McCarthy and Jordan Love, don't love that. Jonathan Taylor, Amarian Hampton, Trevion Henderson, Byshell Tootin, Guerrendo, Nick Chubb. So this team just does not have any running back points. It just never gets any points at running back. Jefferson, Adams, Hunter, Golden, Igbuka, Shaheed, Wandale, Tesla, Pat Freiermuth, Juwan Johnson. That is a bad tight end room. That team also is probably not going to get there. This team is 50 points back. Lamar and Daniel Jones, Gibbs and Taylor, Trey Benson, Tyler Algier, Guerrendo, Moore, Metcalf, Debo, Jennings, Shaheed, Burden, Brandon Ayuk. Yes, I find myself very excited about Travis Hunter. I think the issue with this would be, is Geno even worse than AOC? Let's just check this. I'm actually just curious. I'm not even saying that you're wrong, but I'd like to check the data on this. Has Geno been worse than the Raiders quarterbacks last year? Okay. So this year, Mr. Geno Smith in EPA per play. Geno is negative 0.043 EPA per play on 252 plays. So let's do the Raiders quarterbacks last year. I bet it's pretty close. Yeah, I think everyone realistically knows that Geno was going to be a good pick. They're just happy they were right. Gardner Minshew was negative 0.56 EPA, so Minshew was worse on his 370 plays than Geno was. And Aiden O'Connell was actually slightly better. Aiden O'Connell was negative 0.006. So Aiden O'Connell was markedly better. What does this mean? Pass numbers were always going to go down from last year. I mean, first off, I bet that's not even true. I mean, we can actually just look that up too. So the Las Vegas Raiders in 2024 gained 4.8 yards per play, which was almost worse than the league. They attempted the fourth most passes. They did how many per game? That's what I need. Yards per game. They threw for 3,797 yards. 82.4 quarterback rating. 46 QBR. What I need is a pass rate over expectation graph. If I had to go back, I would just draft 100% Rashee Rice. I would take him every time. 2025 Raiders. The 2025 Raiders are 26 in passing attempts. So Colin is very right there. Although they have not been, their overall play volume is just down. How about that? They're actually 0.1 yards per play better. Interesting stuff. Let's draft some. You know what? You're right. Let's do a DBQ before we get out of here. Head on over to the NFL tab over on Underdog, and let's do ourselves a Dog Bowl qualifier. I honestly what just happened? I've never seen that before. Am I in the draft? There you go. Okay, that was a weird error. Never seen. Oh, and we got the second pick. Let's go. Will Shedeur start? I don't think he will, right? I don't know. I would, if I was a big Shedeur guy, I would not want him to play this year. Dog Bowl qualifier. Although I do need Shedeur for some big board teams. So Dog Bowl qualifier time. So honestly, I guess selfishly, maybe I do want Shedeur. I heard that Shedeur had an I believe that Shedeur had a back injury last week. Yeah. Now, does the preponderance of evidence suggest that Shedeur is going to be a good NFL player? Honestly, man, I don't think so. It just, like, there were a lot of chances for him to play. Although Colorado has been terrible without him. How about this? I was drafting Shedeur and Derek Carr. GM Ray. You guys, Ray has the third most Jonathan Taylor teams in Best Ball Mania. Wow, Crutches giving me Jonathan Taylor. You love to see it. Shout out to Crutches, brother. I gotta needle him about that. I really need Pete to convince. Yes, we do need Pete to call up his boy Carr and tell him to come back. Getting drafted. Hey man, don't be mean to my guy. Is every DBQ lobby this stacked? Yeah, pretty much. You're basically playing against the best players in daily fantasy sports. Just got a nice message from Mr. Michael Shope. I dedicate my go AZ cards with the first round Rashi writes. I love it. I love it. Hey, you guys got to look at what Colorado is doing without Shadur and Travis Hunter, though. They fucking stink. Have you guys? I don't know how many of you guys watch college football. They're terrible, dude. They are 3-5. They just got absolutely annihilated by Utah. Their quarterback is averaging 7 adjusted YPA. They have no run game at all. Their leading wide receiver, Amarian Miller, has 23 catches. They're terrible. I mean, I think Dion still cares. I've always kind of liked Dion. What can you do, man? Ooh, I forgot I have this nice Walker Brothers citrus kombucha to keep me hydrated down here. I felt a little sick when I got up today. Let me tell you, man, when you are expecting your very first child, that 4:30 a.m. alarm, it's a very early alarm. I'm not sleeping well right now because I'm just keyed up thinking about having a child. 4:30. It's my body is getting ready. Cortisol levels are very high. Yeah, Dion's body is like totally giving up on. He had to have like some crazy procedure. He has saw they installed a bathroom for him on the Colorado sideline. Kadarius Xavier Patrick Maddock. I know I need to be sleeping now. In the Slappy Central Discord, of which all of you guys, I don't know why you'd be hanging out in the chat and not want to be in the Slappy Central Discord. Don G. Donatelli, my boy, longtime boy, Don, just dropped a message in there that said his wife's delivery was 30 hours total and he chopped the Christmas Day slates by from the lineups he made. Then you can wrap them in a blanket and leave them on the couch. Then they walk. Ugh. The walking is what sounds terrifying to me. I spend a lot of time with my little nieces and nephews, and they don't play. They are jamming. Can't wait for the random 4 a.m. streams after trying to get your kid to bed. I think probably you guys are going to get a lot more video content from your boy. I think there's going to be a lot of pre-recorded videos in the future of Davis Maddock. And next year, the like normal fantasy football stuff, like waivers and trades and all that, that's all going to be, I'm going to start a new channel. Getting this channel to 10,000 subscribers was like a big goal of mine. And then but this channel is just going to be best ball and DFS and like sicko degen stuff is the general idea there. All right, we're up in one pick. Tyler Warren went. Oh, come on, bro. Give me my boy. Actually, I think there are 2 picks here that are really strong. I don't care about the difference between these wide receivers much at all. I actually, hot take, I love Travis Etienne this week. It's a really good matchup, and if it's not Tootin, it's definitely a good week for Etienne. Okay, Dunze was who I wanted. Could do Michael Pittman Jr., could do Drake London, could do, you know what? I'm going to do Michael. Oh, no, I'm not going to do Michael Pittman Jr. I'm going to do, you know what? I don't really want to do Lad either. All right, we're doing the Bowers bring back. We're doing it. Whatever. Put your money where your mouth is, Matic. Exactly. Literally center 425. I have a Chat GPT project that I've been working on for like 3 months right now, and the title of the project is Top of Funnel Fantasy Football Account. I don't want to wish injury on anyone, but which one player getting injured would help your bags the most? I mean, it's ETN, who I just drafted, because Tootin is my most drafted player in Best Ball Mania. Oh, Hunter. I bet Hunter doesn't even make it back to me, but I definitely would take him. I'm probably not going to be back. I'm probably not going to be gone that long. My thought is that I will probably miss 2 weeks of content. So whenever my son is born, I will probably be out for 2 real weeks, and then we'll see. Should I trade Jacoby Myers for Alvin Kamara? That feels like deck chairs on the Titanic, CD Smitty. What are you hoping to accomplish? Feels like that one could really go either way. What's the like? There's no point for Alvin Kamara. All right. I guess what am I going to do at quarterback on this team? Are they good? I looked at quarterback scrolls yesterday. It's like Purdy's pretty good. I guess Lawrence on this team is totally fine. I think Lawrence is going to be a little bit chalky in salary cap DFS, actually. I may have a Lawrence BTJ Hunter. That seems sharp to me. GM Josh, how we doing? Yes, this was always my goal. My goal was always to be back for the Turkey Day slate. That's kind of my mental math. Gino, no. Gino, I can't do. Maybe you should. Probably smarter people than me will be in on Gino this week. Like I would bet some really good DFS player will pull up their exposures, or you'll go look at their stuff or look at them in the post sim stuff on DraftKings, and it'll be like, oh, this guy took a ton of Gino. Gino was 2% owned, and I don't even know who the good salary cap DFS players are anymore, other than Utica and Nerdy and Brick and Adam. Who are the good salary cap crushers these days? It might be delving too greedily, Chad. It really might be delving far too deeply and greedily. Gino Myers before Myers gets traded. Who even wants to trade for Myers? Like where is Myers getting traded? I guess the Steelers he could get traded to. Should I drop Cooper Kupp to pick up Trey Benson? That I would say yes to. Yes, you should drop Cooper Kupp to pick up Trey Benson. Trey Benson is going to get a ton of work when he returns from his injury. I'm terrified for my Dodgers tonight. And look at you now, Ray. 200K fast puppy winner. Yeah, back to New England is the thing that makes the most sense. All right, so I don't get to take Travis Hunter because Len Keith took him. I'm just a slappy drafter, baby. Still good wide receivers available. Hoping to not get snapped off here. How much fab for Tracy? I mean, 50%, 60%. Yeah, Steelers already added a shitty wide receiver. I thought it was so funny that they went back to MVS because Aaron did not even like MVS. He had no interest in in MVS at all when they were teammates. Ian Hart's tweeted out this great drop that MVS had the other day. Just like, oh, Rodgers, you hated this guy. Yeah, Roman Wilson finally showed up. All right, Nez, you fuck. God damn it. I am so annoyed right now. All right, whatever. I'll take T. Higgins. No, Nez did not do me a favor. He did not do me a favor. Oh, I'm so annoyed. This team was about to be so fun. I guess the question is, do I take Caleb now or accept the scroll at quarterback? I kind of got a feeling on JMO this week. That was many men. 12-team PPR. Would you trade Gibbs and Booty for? Absolutely, I would. Yes, I would. I would do that immediately. Rashee Rice would be number 1 on my list of players to add in any fantasy football format right now. I did. I just got mini-ment. Allen with Kelsey. I like that. What about Montgomery? I would prefer David Montgomery over Kamara. All right. So what am I going to do at quarterback here? Unstacked, uncorrelated, probably. Taylor, ETN, Bowers, T. Higgins, JMO. I guess I can't even take Dart. A questionable AC joint Flacco is all I've got. What is the St. Brown drafter? Okay, well, the St. Brown drafter is going to take my quarterback. Oof. I mean, I think you're starting Worthy over Hunter. It's kind of the same thing though. If either of them doesn't score a touchdown, they're not going to have a good game. But Hunter is, I'm not clicking Geno. I don't think Naked May is outscoring Mahomes. I don't think it's happening. In games that Xavier Worthy has played this year, Mahomes leads fantasy football in every category. Points scored, yards per pass attempt, EPA per play, QBR. Geno off a bye, his ownership in this is what? 5% maybe? I would say 5% max. Bowers 10, 143 and 2. How many points does that get Geno if he doesn't complete a pass to anyone else? It sounds like Kyler is playing. Honestly, Chad, I think I'm afraid of the Texans. I do like the Texans defense has allowed 103 points scored. They are killing. Booty is 10 times better than Westbrook-Akeen. I don't know about that. Maybe he is. 10 times better? Hard to say. Man, no PS2 does help for sure. That's true. That game is the most obvious. Like they show it on Red Zone like 4 times, and it's just horrible. Yeah, I mean, Kayshawn is an awesome fit with Drake May. He absolutely is. All right, what are we going to do here? I really don't know what I want to do at quarterback. I guess I can't even take Flacco. All right, Trevor Lawrence it is. Shout out to Trev. Come on down. Although JJ McCarthy is kind of sick. JJ McCarthy would be a sick poll. If you believed at all. Colts versus Texans later in the year going to be an immovable object and unstoppable force. I'll be on the Colts. Please tell me playing 8% JCM as a 1v1 off 80% Pacheco on Showdown Cash was playing good. That is terrible. Why are you playing Showdown Cash if you are trying to, if you want to make sick fades, you do not play Showdown Cash, brother. Ultimate slappy decision, full PPR, Burchard or Harvey. I mean, it's gotta be Burchard, right? No Pacheco's gotta be Burchard. Christian Watson. Wow, we are so back. All right, I did it. Trevor Lawrence, Jonathan Taylor, Travis Etienne, T. Higgins, Jameson Williams with the old Brock Bowers bring back. You just love to see it. Is there anything in the Champions lobby? Do I have a boost? Let's go do a little hoops action. Orlando, Detroit. Oh, Asar is questionable. Yes. Okay. Atlanta, Brooklyn. We are going to go 37 points plus rebounds plus assists for Trae Young. We're going to do my boy Modest Buzelis higher than 21.5 points plus rebounds. Easy work there. And then we are going to add, what is Reeves' 3-pointers? So let's do 2.5 Reeves, 3-pointers, 25 American dollars to win 109 in champions. Little bit of hoops action. Trae Young, higher points plus rebounds plus assists. Buzelis, points plus rebounds. Austin Reeves, 2.5 3-pointers. All right, boys, that's going to do it for me today. I will be over on the Endgame channel, actually the Run the Sims live channel, doing the roundtable with Uticow, Nerdy Tenor, Adam Scherer, and Brian Hooper here in an hour. That's at 2 p.m. East, 1 p.m. Central. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Go watch the Jonathan Taylor. Is Jonathan Taylor the best fantasy football pick? Yes, I do need to finish my waivers. We got caught up. Fair enough. What is the point of adding Caleb Johnson? He is buns. He is. All right, everyone. I will see you.